This is the next 5 minutes. Today, I need my subscribers to cover me because I'm going in. Where's my marriage? That's the basis of the next 5 minutes. In the US, roughly 50% of marriages end in divorce. I'm looking to explore both parts of the marriage equation. We have spouse A, who is dissatisfied, married to spouse B, who we will assign various shortcomings for comparison. How can what started out as a loving marriage end in a bitter divorce? No one is safe from the threat of divorce. We've seen everyday people, celebrities, and even billionaires go through it. I need to know how such a high number of married people from all different walks of life can still face divorce. First, I need to tell you this. If there is something that you couldn't see about yourself, something you didn't understand about yourself, or something that you're trying to hide about yourself, marriage will bring that to the surface. Yeah, it's going to come out. Okay, someone will ask, what about marriage counseling? Aren't these kinds of issues addressed there? Well, they're discussed, but this can only be as effective as the truth that is revealed in the counseling. You see, there's more than one truth. Now watch this. The truth is, I'm talking to you through this YouTube video. My truth is, I think I'm helping you through doing these YouTube videos. Someone else's truth is, I don't get it. I don't think he's helping people. That's their truth. Now let's take this dynamic to the marriage counseling. Marriage counseling is seen by some people as a formality. Look, you already started planning the wedding, right? Now during marriage counseling, I may not want to offer my truth about some traumatic experience from my past that could affect my future, and yes, the marriage. That could be a red flag. I think that might not be such a big deal, or it might work out. I'm too embarrassed to discuss it. But those concerns are a big deal. They don't just work out on their own. So marriage counseling is good, but I think individual counseling should be mandatory for every person who seeks to get married. We need to know who we are before we try to find out who someone else is. And we need to be who we say we are before we start marrying people. Why hold this stuff back? Why not allow your fiance to love all of you? I do like the idea of individual counseling, but if we didn't have this, all we have to go on to find our lifelong partner is a checklist. We end up putting more effort into that outward checklist for a potential mate than the inside checklist that they must satisfy. This is not uncommon because we spend most of our time working on our outward checklist too. How else could our potential mate easily identify us if not for our credentials, our labels, our employment, etc.? Before we go searching for someone, we firstly should search ourselves. We need to be sure about what we have to offer and what we need to work on. Searching ourselves will make our search to find someone else to join their life to ours better. If this part is not important to you, you can rush through it. You can cut down the time it takes to find someone to marry, but you would also be cutting down the success rate for your marriage. Listen, if anything is for the rest of my life and God did not tell me to do it, I need to understand. Let's examine the time before a certain marriage between spouse A and spouse B. When they courted, they were on the same page or on the same level romantically and materially, but maybe not mentally or emotionally. In any relationship, we need to know if we or they or both of us are moving forward based on love or infatuation. I really need you to get this part because I need to explain the difference between love and infatuation. Love is what we experience on the inside and we direct it towards someone else. Infatuation is a form of control or manipulation that you use in order to get someone to experience love for you. Love cannot be easily turned off. See, someone could have hurt us deeply, but we could still have love for them. Infatuation is different. It can come and go in seconds. A man could give a woman a cat call. He might say, "Hey, beautiful." Now, this sounds like something you would say to someone you love. But if she ignores or rebuffs his advances, he might follow up with an insult, like, you don't look that good anyway. That's infatuation. It will only last for as long as you are interested in controlling your subject. Now, can we marry someone who is infatuated with us? The short answer is yes. This could explain why they seem to run out of love very soon in a marriage. Other reasons people marry. Well, maybe spouse B thought, hey, I'm a person of a certain age. All my friends and family members are married, and I've always wanted to be married. And so they look for someone to marry. Question, could spouse B be in love or infatuated with marriage and not their spouse? Could be. This could explain why spouse B cannot meet the needs of spouse A. This is because spouse B is already married to the marriage. Now, spouse A feels like they're the third party in their own marriage. What happened to the details? Remember planning the wedding? We studied every detail to perfection. And we were detailed because they say the devil is in the details, right? Well, the wedding is over. So how did the devil leave the wedding and get into the marriage? Well, we're not detailed in a marriage. Hey, spouse B, where's the love? Why do I have to ask you for love? Why do I have to ask you for affection or availability? Look, love doesn't produce lack, insecurities, miscommunications, or missed opportunities. Examine these words carefully and govern your actions in your marriage accordingly. It's that important. What are some telltale signs of an infatuation artist? Well, their promises will turn into excuses, and their excuses will turn into your fault. How can you love someone so much that you can't let them go, but not love them enough to keep them? As far as how long I could stay in a bad marriage, I don't know. I might be a fool for love. I might just be a fool. I might try 1, 2, 3, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 times, but there will not be a 19th time. It's not that I'm counting how many times I tried. It's that I'm counting how many times the love of my life is not responding. I like to think that most people have good intentions for marriage, but we must know that there were some people who knew that they should not marry, but said and did everything they had to in order to get married. I'll ask the question again. How can you love someone so much that you can't let them go, but you don't love them enough to keep them? If you were some kind of a logic program given these two different inputs, you would crash. Finally, I don't think this will all be sorted out today, but I need to be happy today. I can't wait for spouse B to make me happy. I already gave them too much control over my life. They took my love, but they can't take my happiness too. I started the marriage with love. I tried to repair it with love. And if I must, I will end it with love. This way, I will remain prepared for a possible reconciliation or a new love. We thought spouse B was a problem in our current marriage, right? Well, we can't afford to become spouse B in our next marriage. I'm Abrams. You're awesome. I'll see you in the next 5 minutes.